Mental health is one of the most widely discussed word or even widely spoken word these days. That's what we're going to be talking today about. I'm Harsha. Welcome back. Mental health is probably one of the most commonly used words that you see these days in paper, on social medias, everywhere. Even top athletes are talking about, mental health. Even I myself went through a major transformation for the last 1 year. What is this mental health? Let's dig a bit more deeper into this. We're born into planet Earth. Our mother gives us the gift of birth, and then comes education, and then the family life, so on and so forth. And all this time that we've lived on for years together, we would have been in one or the other sort of situation where we'd have to fulfill a requirement, or we'd have to do one or the other thing for us to even qualify to become someone else, for us to be recognized by individuals. All of us have one nature within us. All of us have one innate quality within us, by pursuing which we feel complete, we feel happy. Mental health is not just saying, okay, it is under big crisis and you need to address it. That's not a big thing. Mental health constitutes a lot of things. It's about what you've been doing, why you've been doing, for whom have you been doing that, and have you been appreciated for what you've been doing? Let me break down this to you. Most of us feel underappreciated. I think you'll very easily resonate to what I'm trying to say now. We do a lot of work. All of us like it when someone appreciates us for the work we do in the form of words, in the form of sharing or spreading the word of whatever work we're doing, or even just because of whatever work that we've been doing for years and years together. We sometimes, even with or without our knowledge, get secluded and cut off from all the excitement that is there in the world, and we just get into this world of monotony. I'm pretty sure you can resonate to what I'm saying right now. We start working, we put our mind, we put our body, we put our intellect into it, but by time, we stop enjoying what we are doing. Even I myself, for the last 10 years, it's been 10 years since I started teaching yoga, since I started my journey on the path of yoga. At some point of time, because of whatever is happening, or because of we losing focus on what we are doing, we stop enjoying things. I'd say that is the time for you to take a break, reinvent yourself, reignite that fire, rethink, realign, and come up with the means to feel alive. See, it's very difficult to develop skills, new skills, every single point of year. See, it is very difficult to develop new skills every year. You have to add value to the skills that you already have, reach out to numerous people who actually need whatever you have to offer, and then feel happy. The reason you feel like, okay, the world is not recognizing me for who I am. The world is not recognizing me for who I am. The world is not recognizing me for who I am. This thought, it just keeps eating you up. And let me tell you, you feel sick mentally because you feel lonely. It's as simple as that. All of us, because of wanting to pursue the dreams that we have aspired for, in order to reach the perfection that we wish for in the work that we do, or we would have set some certain objectives for ourselves in our mind. Okay, I have to reach this state at this point of time in my life. And when we don't reach there, and we see the other individuals who have surpassed that, we start feeling lonely. We start doubting what we are doing. Or this is one scenario. Another scenario, you start out to do something, and then after a certain point of time, you reach the pinnacle of it. You reach the ultimate success. Then you start to wonder, okay, what next? Is this all that I wanted to pursue? You start feeling empty because you have reached wherever you had planned in a very short span of time. This happened even to me. What did I do? I took a break from everything that I was doing. Why? Because I had to rethink, realign myself. I had to reinvent myself. All of us have this problem. What is it? loneliness. We try to cover it up with things that we shop, by people that we meet, but this can't go on forever. You can't keep feeding your ego and saying, okay, I am letting go of this loneliness by indulging myself in all the activities that I do, the people that I meet, and the children that I have, the family that I have. None of these individuals can help you in freeing yourself from loneliness that you feel. This is probably one of the most biggest threat to humanity, and I would address mental health sometimes as loneliness also, because I think on the verge of wanting to being perfect, every individual who aspires to contribute something to the society would have been ignored at one point of time or another. Once people start taking you for granted and they don't value for whatever you have, and you as a person is also not adding much value to them, and you're giving the same thing that you've been giving for the last 10 years or 15 years, naturally the interest in the people drops. And when the interest in the people drops with respect to whatever services or the products that you've been offering, what happens? You start feeling lonely. And to reignite this spark that is there in you, you have to come up with some or the other means which is going to make you feel more alive than before. All of us are mentally sick. We go through ups and downs in life at one or the other point. It doesn't matter whether we are in our early 20s or in our early 30s or mid 30s or mid 40s, whatever it may be. Midlife crisis, addressing mental health, it's one and the same. It doesn't make any difference. If you feel like you've not been loved enough, if you feel like there's no enough caring that is happening because of the people around you, then that is the biggest delusion that you are in. All of us have this illusion that the happiness that we have or the happiness that we seek comes from the people around us and from the places that we visit. People and places will only add value to whatever happiness that you have, but the real happiness that you seek is within yourself. And for that, in order for you to reach there, you have to start exploring. You have to start discovering what is it that you truly seek for. All of us have that one thing by doing which, by pursuing which, by following which, we feel complete. And not just that, we feel as if we are evolving every single day. So you have to find out what is that one thing by doing which I feel complete. And I'm not saying once you start pursuing this, you'll be completely free of the mental sickness. You won't. You will reach a stage where you feel like, okay, I've done everything that I need to do. What next? See, the journey on the span, once we take birth, it's a process of evolution. We always keep questioning. That is how it is. What I'm trying to say is, you have to make peace with the process. You question, you find the answers, and then you start thinking, okay, what next? This is how you evolve. You have to make peace with the process of evolution. You have to say, okay, after I reach a certain stage of perfection, there is always going to be what next. You have to come up with the right means for you to tackle this. There's always what next. I'll tell you one secret. See, this is how you evolve and do something that's beyond your reach. Initially, when you set goals to reach a particular target or to reach a milestone in your life, and you reach there within the specified time duration that you have given for yourself, and once you reach there, what happens? Stagnation. You just become so lazy, you become completely stagnant. You start feeling, okay, is this what I actually asked for? You start questioning yourself, you start doubting yourself. But instead of that, start thinking, okay, I've reached there. I've reached the state that I aspired for. What next? What can I do now? What is the next big step that I have to take? See, ambitions, goals aren't for life. Ambitions and goals are time bound. You reach a particular goal, you reach a particular ambition at a specified duration of the time, and after that, the ambition and the goal changes. You become mentally sick. I'll be honest with you. Just put this in your mind. You become mentally sick if you start thinking the ambition and the goal that you have set 5 years before or 10 years before is the only thing that you have to do in your life. No. Ambitions changes, goals changes as you start completing them. You fulfill a goal, forget it. Set a new one. This is how you grow through life. 99% of the people go through life. They just set one goal. They just set one ambition. We aren't meant to do one thing at all. You lose the flavor of life. You lose the enthusiasm in life. You lose the vigor that you feel every day when you wake up. That's very, very essential if you're going to lead a very, very, vigor in life is very essential. If you want to feel alive every single day when you wake up, and why keep your eyes wide open? Feeling alive every time you open your eyes and feel as if you're here to conquer the world, feel as if there's something new that I'm going to do today, there's something new that I'm going to learn today. This is what each and every one of us crave for. All of us crave for attention without even us knowing that we crave for attention. All of us, even me, you accept it or not, it doesn't make any difference. All of us wish to contribute. And since we wish to contribute, we wish to help, we crave for attention. This is one of the biggest things that causes us in having a complete misunderstanding of what mental health is and what mental health is not. We crave for attention. Once we start contributing, you have to stop this. Contribute, help, completely forget about it. What next? Evolve from that. See, you start helping, you start contributing, you start helping, you contribute, and after that, don't think about it. Think for yourself, okay, I have done whatever that was meant to be done. What next? Each stage of life that you lead, you have to start thinking in a way that this is helping me to reach one step closer to the goal that I aspire to be. Once you start to contribute, you have to start thinking that each and every work that you're doing right now is helping you move closer to the ultimate freedom that you wish for. All of us wish to be free from each and everything that we have around us, each and every person that we are around us. You want to be a part of it, but you don't want to be a part of it. I think you're understanding what I'm trying to say. You want to be there, but you don't want to be there. You want to have someone in your life, but you don't want to have someone in your life. All of us wish for this. Accept it or not, it doesn't make a difference again. But in this process of wanting and at the same time not wanting creates a lot of confusion and conflict within you. You start questioning yourself. Is something wrong with me? Because of this conflict, what happens? The relationships with the family becomes bad. Relationship with the loved ones, you start ignoring them. Relationship with the one person you thought has completely understood you completely deteriorates. You start doubting everyone and anyone that you meet, and you start questioning yourself. Okay, what am I doing right here? Am I even leading a peaceful life, or am I even leading a meaningful life? Everything that you have done up until now, you put a big question mark around it. You start to think, what am I doing here? Let me tell you something. This is good. This is very good. If you're in this stage of life and if you're having these kinds of questions, starting to wonder, what am I doing in your life? These are very, very good questions. Trust me, these are very good questions. These are the questions that are going to help you to move to the next stage of life. Why? Because you've completed whatever you had planned up until now. See, until you are about to reach that milestone, that goal that you have set, there's a lot of excitement. But once you reach there, what happens? The excitement goes away. Even for me. That's wrong. Once you reach there, you have to take this excitement and enthusiasm to the next level. You have to see, okay, what is next? Each day is a process of growth. Each day you shouldn't miss out on the opportunity to learn something new. This is what most of us do. We stop feeding our intellect We stop reading. We just get addicted to the posts that we see, the news that has been published on social media or on the news channels. But we forget to we forget to feed the food for our soul. Intellectual stimulation. You stop feeding the mind with the useful information. When was the last time you read a book? When was the last time you actually had a meaningful conversation because of which you felt free? And do you even have friends with whom you can have such conversations? You have to decide for yourself. See, and these things, this is not something that people will help you with. You have to go and search for this. You have to be very, very adamant, and you have to tell yourself, okay, I'm going to find a person with whom I can have such meaningful conversations. Every day must be a day where you grow. If you do not grow, it may be any kind of activity. It may be as simple as reading something new, doing something new. Every day you have to be on. Every day you have to aspire to be something new. Every day you have to be a better version of who you were yesterday. Every day you wish to grow, not just physically, not just in the terms of balance, but here. Every day you move closer to your goal, you have to start feeling free. If that is not happening, then it's time for you to rethink about the goals and the aspirations that you have set for yourself. This may sound crazy, but this is as close to the reality as you can get to. Start thinking. Every day you have to take out time. Sit down, contemplate, think about what you have done, think about where you are. Ask yourself, do I deserve where I am? The answer will be yes, or the answer will be no. But keep one thing in mind. Where you are today is because of what you asked a couple of years before, or last decade, or whatever it may be. The state you are in right now is exactly what you wished for. It's as simple as that. You don't want that right now? Good. Start asking. All you have to do is ask, and most importantly, act. All of us ask for a lot of things. All of us ask for a lot of things that we wish for, but we stop acting on it. Action is very important. I'm pretty sure you know this universal law of attraction. It does work. It's been working on me for the last 20 years for that matter. Law of attraction works only when you start acting on it. It is very, very essential that you do the things that are required for you to reach the goal. If you just say, I need this, I need that, but you stop acting on it, you want to be healthy, but you don't do the things that needs to be done for you to stay healthy. You don't follow a proper eating habit. There's no proper diet that you follow. There's no proper sleeping cycle. There's no proper workout routine, but you want to be healthy. You don't take out an hour a day at least to do some sort of physical workout, be it yoga or walking or jogging, whatever it may be, but you aspire to be healthy. What's the use? You want to be healthy? You have to start acting. Just wishing doesn't make any sense. You have a thought in mind, well and good. Put it into action. Thinking about it and acting are two completely different things. But the way you feel complete once you start acting on the thoughts that you have in your mind, there's no better feeling than that. You feel more free. You know, when you feel like you're mentally sick, you feel there's heaviness everywhere. Why? This is not because there's too much of garbage in the body. It's also here. You've been keeping so many things up here, which it's been there for the last 10 years or 20 years, and you haven't finished it, or you haven't gotten it out of your system. Start completing it. Start acting on everything that you thought about. Or one best thing, from now onwards, be very careful about what you think and what you ask for. From now onwards, be very careful about what you think and what you ask for. Whatever you think, whatever you ask for, you will definitely get it. It's as simple as that. Because the Creator is already in you. When you ask Him, The only thing that he can do is give you. It's as simple as that. But you have to act. You have to be in the receiving end. You ask, and by the time the person gives you something, if you leave that place, whose fault is this? Whose fault is this? Yours. When you ask for something that you aspire for, wait until you get it. Don't change the aspirations in this process. Everything takes time. You ask for something, wait for it. It will come to you. It has to come to you. Each and every one of us are bound to get whatever we are destined for. If it's not, it's not. But if it's meant to be, it will be. And stop seeking happiness outside. One of the main root causes of feeling mentally sick is because you're not addressing yourself. You're not fulfilling the emptiness that you've been feeling for years and years together. You will be driven by a cause. You will be driven by a situation or circumstances. You will be driven by one or the other factor, and you start pursuing a particular goal. And you pursue that head on, you reach there, and then once you reach there, you start to wonder what next. Never pursue something just because you were inspired or you were motivated or you were influenced by a certain situation or a circumstance. Pursue a goal that which is meant for you. Pursue that which makes you feel free. And make sure you find a new one once you reach over there. Don't think for yourself saying, okay, I'm going to do this my entire life. It's the most boring thing to do. People will say, oh, you start a job, do the same thing till you die. Nah, definitely no. That's the highest form of slavery. Everyone needs something new in life. Even I need something new in life. Even you need something new in life. All of us wish to feel fresh. All of us wish to feel something new every single day. But you can't ask this from others. You have to figure it out. Once you figure this out, once you feel like you can contribute in hundreds of ways to yourself and to the people around you, you will no longer be mentally sick. You'll feel more happy than you've ever felt. This may sound crazy, but this is as simple as it can get. Think about whatever I've told you right now. Share your views in the comments below as to how you felt. I'll see you in the next one.